welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about the two uranium companies in the United States since the correction earlier this year, and one of the main reasons I'm interested in uranium. As of now, according to World Nuclear Association, there's about 80 nuclear reactors under construction currently, and there are another 120 reactors planned. Obviously most of these are in Asia. These companies we're going to talk about are exclusively in the United States, but obviously the United States has a lot of Asian friendly countries, and they could then also perhaps benefit from these American nuclear companies. This is from sprott.com. The line, the black one, you can see there, the demand base case. In 2030s, you can see that this demand surpasses the supply. That's like with base case. That's like without AI. With AI and these things, you can see that as a demand and a supply, and energy is going to be increasingly more in need due to AI and increasing population growth and increasing urbanization throughout the world, especially in Africa and Asia. Recently, the United States government are supporting nuclear industry with a $17.5 billion federal loan program to accelerate nuclear power plant build out in the United States. It's very bullish for the companies we are mentioning in this video. I'm merely just talking about companies that I like. The first one on this list will be Energy Fuels. This company we mentioned in like April last year. And obviously, what is this company? They are both mining uranium, but they're also now very focused on the rare earth, where they obviously have like mines in Australia, in Madagascar, with rare earth, specifically in monazite, as you can see there. Monazite rich in like rare earths and so forth. Received $725 million financing or like loan from the Department of War for supporting the expansion of the critical minerals processing capacity at the like White Mesa mill in Utah. Company has had a tremendous correction. Obviously, when we mentioned it, it was like $5, $4 actually. Earlier this year, it was like $25 or like at its peak. And now it's more in the range of like $15, like $14. And now it has like some of the uranium projects. The Roca Honda project in measured and indicated have about 17.6 million pounds of uranium. The Bullfrog project has 9.1 million pounds of uranium. And in the Sheep Mountain project, they have 18.4 million pounds. Obviously, this company has more uranium projects, but I just thought I would mention the larger and more like higher grade, but they are producing and they've been actively producing uranium for quite a while. Change since last time we spoke about this company. As you can see there you can see like the loan they just received. This is like in June. Done more acquisitions. One like massive Korean rare earth company. But obviously now this month they've made an acquisition of VAC, which is a leading magnetic company. Listen to that. Over 100 years of experience, over 400 patents, and over 1,000 customers in like the rare earth space. Have the capacity to produce 2,000 tons per year, and obviously scaling to about 12,000 tons at the Sumter facility over like in the next couple of years. Energy Fuels is becoming a more integral part of United States and like Western critical minerals, the rare earth space, increasing the capacity to then both do rare earth and uranium at the same time. It's a United States exclusive, but obviously they have some of the feedstocks coming from Australia. Acquisition of VAC. With this, they will then be more integral. They will be the only Western producer capable of producing NdFeP magnet grade, and it's 100% like Western, like exclusive. This is like non-China production, like very limited how much they need China. It's the company they acquired, like the Korean metals plant, and now as you can see the vacuum schmelze. So now they have downstream, midstream and upstream, so significant part of like the rare earth infrastructure. And the next one on the list is Uranium Energy Corp, which are trying to become like integral in the uranium space in the United States, being most of like the supply chain of uranium, both mining it and refining it and so forth. They have over $794 million in liquid assets, which means they could then have some leeway when they need financing or something. They can liquidate some of those positions, and like they have cash, they have no debt, and they have almost 1.5 million pounds of uranium in like storage. And they have like the largest uranium resource in the United States. I'm going to talk about that later. But obviously in the quarter, 32,000 pounds of uranium at like an average cost of $54.6 per pound. Apparently the costs were like higher due to like lower production, due to like the timing of regulatory approvals for the new header houses. That's going to start later that quarter, so that's probably going to be finished by next. They had just received like an approval to expand the production of the Christensen Ranch, where they have 3 new header houses houses, which began production at the end of the quarter. They're continuing production ramp up. Like I'm just mentioning what they said at the latest report at their website. Please go check it out. There's ongoing discussions with the Department of Energy regarding strategic nuclear fuel cycle infrastructure, in talks with the government to accelerate things. And they project that the 3 core objectives to be achieved by 2033, which nice 33. And obviously that's 7 years from now. If you think about it long term, obviously with like uranium deficit starting in in the 2030s, this company seems to be like each year this company seems to have like a brighter and brighter future. Obviously with the same management, obviously. See, referring to like earlier this year with February, it was like almost $20, if not $20, and now it's 11. So it's had like a huge, humongous correction, but you know what that means? Potential opportunity. These are like the projects, as you can see there. The first project has 66 million pounds in and then 15 million in inferred. The other project has 13 million pounds, and the Sweetwater has like 175 million pounds historic. Re-industrialize the West and to become more independent, so they are fighting a good cause. And obviously this is like basically what they are planning. They are planning to like mine and process, to refine it and convert it, and then to enrich it and to make fuel, and then perhaps, if everything goes according to plan, apparently based upon their presentation, they are then hoping that they can then provide for smaller nuclear fleets. So like the beginning and almost the end at like the uranium supply chain, which is incredible. They have up to 12 million pounds of licensed production capacity. That does not mean they are producing 12 million, but they then are licensed to be able to then produce 12 million. And obviously Uranium Energy Corp controls the largest portfolio of fully permitted uranium projects in the United States, both in Wyoming and in Texas, and some in Canada as well. I just made a list of like American basically exclusive or like Western exclusive nuclear reactor stocks. Obviously, I personally really like XE Energy, Terrestrial Energy, and Terra Innovatum Global. I like those 3 companies the most. Obviously, I'm just talking about things I like. Hope you thoroughly enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Peace.